What's up, YouTube? This is Panda. We are at Pennsylvania Station in Manhattan, which is Penn Station, but it's called Pennsylvania Station. And I'm in the subway. And Old Man Winter is back, and the Arctic air is not holding up. It's very, very cold outside. With the wind chill, makes it feel like it's like 5 degrees, but later on tonight, it's gonna get even worse for the next 2 days. It's gonna get quite bad with the wind blowing. So right now I'm live streaming for the first time in a while, and I don't have my gimbal ready. I don't think it's a good idea to take out the gimbal because there's a lot of thieves in New York City. If you didn't know what happened a few days ago at the Burger King, a young lady was killed over $100. So that is just senseless behavior. And condolences to the family. And they raised $26,000 to have her funeral take place in Puerto Rico, which is, I recommend doing that. But yeah, her family's only been here for like 2 years, and a senseless act. But not only that, Midtown has seen a lot of theft. There was a carjacking just yesterday. There was a robbery attempt at the CVS here on 34th Street and 8th Avenue. There was another one down the street on 7th Avenue. So we have to make sure that we don't take out any of the electronics. So as you can see, I got it covered. And got some bottled water for the night because I get thirsty quite a bit. But yeah, with that said, everyone, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys understanding my situation. I am houseless, but I am still doing my job as a documentarian and photographer. And I just want to address some of the ongoing issues with New York City's homeless outreach and some of the services here still. Like today, I was approached and they wanted my name, and I said, I'm not giving you a name for some fake statistics. So, and you know what? Where were you guys when I needed your help when I needed to get housing when I had COVID? I had to pay and sell a camera to get housing for myself. So, as I said, guys, I don't really rely on the system in New York City. I don't know the system quite well, but I know it well enough to understand the structure as a documentarian and a photographer. And this is why some of the homeless do not want to go inside the shelters, because the shelters are even more dangerous than the streets sometimes. So, with that said, everyone, please do subscribe, like, and share. And I wanted to share my experience how to survive in the winters. And this is not my first rodeo. I survived winters in uh, Washington State, Oregon State, Wisconsin, Vancouver. Japan is not so bad, but you get used to the elements. And so, with that said, everyone, hopefully I am sharing this video with you guys because I do want to address some of the issues with homelessness in the city. It is not, I repeat, it is not a favorable city if you're going to be homeless here. It's just homeless are forgotten. Homeless are treated like, I don't know, what the word I'm going to put it? Low grade meat. If that makes sense, because they treat you like you don't know anything. Now you don't have a job. Let's say you have a job, but you don't have a home. Now they want to treat you as if you don't have any knowledge. You don't have any self-respect for yourself. They want you to dress like a lazy bum. They want you to have the symptoms of depression, anxiety. And this is what I want to tell the homeless here once again in New York City. Don't let people intimidate you and say you don't exist anymore. You don't matter to people anymore, because you do. And today I was approached this morning, and yeah, one of the advocates was saying like, well, the people call the police sometimes, like, but people never call the police on me. This is what you guys are not looking at the big statistics. Your guys are not out here. You guys don't know the situation in full in hand. So take it with everything when I say with a grain of salt. And then when I pulled out my media pass, it's like, well, you're being, I mean, I should have recorded you for what you just said. It was not really bound for you to say that, and say that we just want to know John Doe. Like, no. If I tell you I'm fine and I'm okay, you guys are not going to help me. You guys are not going to make assist me. And even his colleagues said, you're right. Only thing we can do right now is provide you information. And I said to him, thank you for being honest about that. Your colleague here thinks he's going to jump to the gun, and you seem like you've been in this in this field for longer than him. He's young. He still has a lot to learn. So with that said, everyone, I'm at Pennsylvania Station trying to hide from the weather. And I hope you guys understand that I have to hide from this weather because it's brutal out there. It's cold. And now people are running inside because the wind has gained speed up outside. So it's making it feel like it's 5 degrees outside. Well, 10 degrees. And it's going to keep dropping overnight. And then tomorrow, oh, it's going to be even worse. So you got this wind chill to 20 to 25 miles an hour. Plus the max temperature tomorrow is going to be 15. So with that said, everyone, people are looking. Yeah. And here's another thing, too. Some of you New Yorkers need to educate yourself about the Constitution. This is why I post on my Instagram. Know your rights. If you don't know your rights, you don't know your human, your civil, your constitutional rights, do you have no reason to contest someone about what they are doing, especially if they record it. That's their right. This is a public place. It's their doing. So I got confronted inside Penn Station train hall in the lower level by a homeless young man. I think he's a thug. I had to put him in his place. And the police said, yeah, you didn't have to beat him up. I'm like, no. You saw that on camera. He was harassing me. I told him go away. The next day he came, he wants to come and threaten me with saying that he's going to stab me. That's it. Sorry, but someone has to lay down the law. And now, here's the point I'm trying to make. Yes? You see that? So, here's the point. I'm not trying to say I'm a tough guy, and I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to be a tough guy. It's that people like this gentleman here wants to keep looking back as if there's a problem. And see, we got these Karens running around here, thinking they're above the law. Keep looking, friend. Keep looking, friend. He keeps looking. That's what I'm talking about. Problematic people in this city seem to not realize the state of the emergency here. New Yorkers, stop the bullshit, work together, bring justice to some of the people that actually need justice in the city instead of trying to be bullies. That's just my opinion. But as you saw, white Caucasian man kept looking back at me as if he had a problem with me recording. And this is why I was trying to tell you before, guys. This is not going to stop. People are going to try to contest you. And this is why I say don't back down. Don't be afraid either. But also let them know I have rights. And you're violating my rights. If you're going to violate my rights, you're violating my human rights. If you violated my human rights, then you violated my civil rights. You violated my civil rights, then you violated my Constitution. So, with that said, everyone, I have to educate some of these New Yorkers about the principle of self-respect to another. And I'm getting a little bit tired of it. Because, let me tell you, there's no one in this city that's going to tell me from right from wrong. Because it needs to be addressed. Anyway, there's a lot of cameras here, as you can see. Lots of cameras. So I'd like to be where there's a lots of cameras. There's a good reason why. But we're not going to stay at this train station longer because this is the hub where a lot of criminals like to run and hide, and also cause problems. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drug use here. Penn Station is one of those hubs where you don't want to hang around with. So you better off train surfing at night if you're homeless. Guys, find a station, find where there's a police hub or something, because the city is full of. This is why I was trying to address earlier today the outreach. Where are you going to place 200,000 people at Cold Blue when you don't even have the capacity or the room or the facilities for it? Yes, the city doesn't have facilities, but they want to build such structures like the new train hall or new skyrise building, which is 111 West 57th Street, the skinniest residential building in New York City. And I posted a photo on Instagram, and I took a picture while I was in Central Park during this summer. And finally, guys, I got my iPhone working, even though we had to go negative on the bank account by $18, and Vimeo is stressing me out on $18 right now. Oh my panda. Like literally, I can't believe Vimeo is stressing me over $18. I will give you the money back. Relax, chief. But anyway, guys, we got the iPhone. Thank you, Michael, for the phone. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, John, for the donations last week. Appreciate that. That was nice of you. But that went to Bill's. Update on the wagon. This wagon is not going to last very long, guys. So if you guys can really help me out right now, this wagon is on its last bearing. The bearings is forcing the wagon to turn left all the time. And you can see the wheels as they are bent. The wheels are bent really bad. Oh my panda. So guys, I need your help right now. I need a new wagon. A new wagon costs about roughly with shipping and everything $180. Really we need it. What's up, Mad Gun? How often do I shower? Actually, you'd be surprised how often I shower. I actually shower pretty much every 2 days because I don't. Okay, I'm a vegan, but I also don't drink a lot. I don't drink soda. If I do drink soda, it's Canada Dry. Go Canada. And if I drink a lots of water. Look, I got water in here. I'm gonna get to my hygiene in a second. I got water in there. So the thing is, I shower every 2 days, and where I shower, you'd be surprised. So in Flatiron, there's a bathroom, right? This bathroom consists of like you put 25 cents in to use the bathroom for 15 minutes, and what I do is I got my Dr. Squash soap. Guys, if you're a man, you need to use Dr. Squash soap. I'm serious. That soap makes your skin not dry, and it doesn't dry your skin. It really makes a difference when you're a homeless man too. If you're homeless, you need to be using Dr. Squash. No, this is not a plug for Dr. Squash. I'm just letting you guys know that I use Dr. Squash. It works on my skin. I don't have to shower for at least 2 days, and when I do, I just really scrub my body down. I wipe it down. I make sure it's clean. I have my deodorant. I gotta pick up. Here's the thing, guys. I buy a lot of hygiene stuff because I need to keep my hygiene up to par. And this is why I was saying earlier in the video about people want you to lose your faith, want you to lose your hope, want you to lose your mentality. They want you to dress like a dirty, dingy homeless person. But as we explained in a couple of videos before, with homeless outreach saying that I dress too well to be homeless, I'm like, then I must be doing a good job for myself. If I'm homeless and I dress better than you, then I'm doing better than you are. But yeah, I wash every 2 days. And sometimes, if I get lucky with donations, it hasn't been happening quite a bit lately. But, you know, I would stay at a hostel for a day and shower. And I take 2 showers that day You make sure my skin is purified of any outside dirt that lingered. But I wash my face every day. I got a clean shaved face right now, basically, and uh, yeah. So that's my measurement. I don't try to rush doing out my day. I take my time getting to my locations because I don't have appointments, but I do have obligations. Those obligations are to make sure that content is being presented, and YouTube is not being fair right now. I want to talk about that because I noticed that YouTube, my revenue is went down again from $77 now to $56. So I'm like, what is going on with the YouTube revenue algorithm? It's totally bad, and I get paid what every 3 months to YouTube. It's not money. It's not money. It's not worth looking for it right now. If you're a new YouTuber and you think you're gonna make massive cheddar, you better bring some really hot content to the platform that people enjoy. I bring documentary content people do not want to watch all the time because sometimes it's just too long and sometimes it's just too troublesome to hear about it because people feel sad, but people feel like they should be obligated to listen to it sometimes. People are like, oh, that's your fault. Technically, yes, it is, and technically, no, because people don't give me a fair chance. As a photographer, people don't give me a fair chance in this city. People want to say, oh, Panda, just do it for free. I'll hook you up. Hook me up with what? Marijuana? Listen, that's free food. I love food, but listen, it doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't get me to what my dreams are. So, people need to understand that, like, I have other obligations to move around this country and also present art. Art is important to the structure, to the mind structure, to everyone. Everyone loves art. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be contemporary, it could be digital, it could be film, it could be video. I try to do that all. But right now, we are homeless, trying to avoid the cold winter nights. And as you can see, this guy got a Bud Light in his hand. Oh my panda! But please, guys, you guys want to make a small donation? There's a PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. It really does help, guys, tonight. Especially tonight, I can get a nice hot tea or something, or maybe if I'm lucky, I can find a place that has hot soup because I've been literally craving for ramen and soup lately. Oh my panda! So thanks to Jose for donating $15 yesterday. He donated the $15, but Remo took that from me. So I forgot to tell him not to send it to the Remo. But yeah, thank you, Jose, all the way from San Jose, California. I appreciate the donations. Melissa donated $80 to get the iPhone fixed. Uh, so yeah, but that went through the PayPal system, so I was clear for that. But if it wasn't for her, you know, we wouldn't be shooting this video right now, and we wouldn't be live right now. So thank you, Marissa, Connor, for donating the $80. You really helped me to get this iPhone fixed. And Mike, also, thank you so much. Tomorrow I will be picking up some of my packages from Mike's apartment. Hopefully he comes in by this tomorrow evening. I can pick it up. But also, like I said, I got some hygiene stuff I gotta pick up tomorrow from the Amazon Dropbox. I got some lotion. Some this is supposed to be picking up. I got an 18-ounce bottle that should last me about 3 months. So yeah, and what else do I have coming to the box? Oh yeah, a screen protector for this phone because, like I said, the screen was actually fixed, so we had to fix the screen. And this phone actually was donated by Michael. So Michael, thank you for donating. He's from New Jersey. He came all the way out to donate this phone and say, hey man, I saw your YouTube. I wanted to come. I wanted to reach out. I figured the best way to reach you out is through Instagram. And he said, hey, if you're ever at Penn Station, I could come to Penn Station, which the New Jersey Transit does come here. And he came and donated. He said, all I have to do is get the phone fixed. So, yeah. I reset the. He said he reset the phone. He believes, and then he didn't. I had to call him up and ask him for the password. So hopefully he changed his password to his account. So he gave me the password to his Apple account so I could reset the phone, and I did. The phone's working fine, but as all used phones, there's always a battery issue. So please take everything when I say with a grain of salt. But there's a few things I would like for you guys to do. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell icon. Make sure that you get notifications like this. I'm held holding my phone so you can see. I don't have it on the gimbal, and I don't think the gimbal's right there. And it's locked to the wagon. I just don't think it's appropriate to take all this stuff out because, like I said earlier in this video, we are in crime central. Midtown is pretty much drug and crime central. People steal all the time. People want to burglarize all the time. Like I said earlier, we just had a CBS robbery that went bad. Two people asked one person for some money inside, and he said, I don't have it. I'm trying to survive and get by. They waited till he came outside and they jumped him and took his tablet. It's on the news, by the way. You can look on YouTube. It's on the news. It goes to show you the mentality of the people. Like I said earlier, a young girl working at Burger King for only 2 weeks was killed over $100. Which, yes, this is pretty traumatizing that people in the city are doing this to people who are hardworking. So we are trying to avoid this area, and I just want to give you a concept what I'm dealing with. And earlier, you just saw the Caucasian New Yorker giving me a look and stare, and kept looking back as if he has a problem. And as I said, you have a lot of these Karens that think they are above the law. You're not above the law. You're a civilian. Act like one, please. So with that said, everyone, this is Panda. Please subscribe, like, and share. So we are gonna go maybe to Queens, maybe. Figure this out because, as you can see, we gotta watch our backs. We gotta watch our backs all the time. In New York City, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings. If you do not pay attention to your surroundings, this is what the thieves and the criminals look for. Your weak position. Your weak position is when you don't pay attention. You're always on your phone. And this is what I want to also tell New Yorkers and tourists that are coming to New York. Stay off your phones half the time, please. Stop looking down, look up. Because that's when things happen. When you're always on your phones and you're looking down on your phones, you're not paying attention where you're going, and you're running into people, that person can snatch your phone out your hand or take whatever that's in your hand and burglarize you. And I have seen it happen in broad daylight here in Midtown. Midtown is just this place. This is why I go down to the East Village sometimes, and now we have drug dealers. If you didn't see my Instagram feed last night, we have drug dealers hanging at the community fridge now, selling crack. Oh my Panda. I was just coming around the corner on 12th Street and First Avenue, and the guy says, yo, homie, I got those rocks. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I got crack, man. And I was like, dude, you just walk up to strange people and you say things like that? He goes, it's like, oh, this is why I posted on Instagram. You just walk up to a strange person like me, as if, oh, I'm a man of color, so you think I do crack. That's so distasteful. This is what you think about your own people, the people of your same skin color. This is what you think about us. Everyone does crack. That's how stupid he was. That's why he was so stupid. I posted him on Instagram on blast. So now, at Smack and the East Village community know who he is. Yes, he is using the community fridge as a cover. So bad. But with that said, everyone, we've been 25 minutes into this video. You see everyone's trying to get home. It's cold. It's
crazy cold outside right now. It's cold down here, so it's not the warmest. It's not the warmest station, but it's decent enough to get away from the cold weather outside. It is frigid cold right now, and guys, they even said it on the news. 5-10 minutes outside, hands exposed, you would catch frostbite. So you need to be prepared for this weather. We are sort of kind of prepared. We got gloves, but they don't really work as good. Let me go show you my gloves. Look at these. They don't work as great, but they do the job. But with that said, everyone, please do subscribe, please do like, please do share. So right now, I am going to take off, and I want to say my thanks to a lot of people. I also want to say the wish me luck tonight. Hopefully, we don't get into any confrontation or anything like that, because I don't know. People love confrontation in this city. It's just so distasteful. But please do wish me the best of luck. I really hope you guys have it in your heart to say a blessing for me, I guess. Say a prayer, you know. But if you guys want to contribute to any hot coffee or hot tea or hot chocolate tonight, like I said, there's a PayPal, there's a Cash App, there's a Venmo. It really does make a difference tonight, because now some Starbucks are open until 1 or 2 o'clock, and I know exactly where to go, but it won't be in this area. I have to go all the way downtown near World Trade Center, so, and get off the train. But yeah, so I would like to stick around here, but the police honestly don't do their job down here as quite as they should, because a lot of things happen in this subway. But anyway, guys, I see a lot of you tuning in to the video, and this is my first live stream in a long, long time. So please do subscribe. Please hit the notification bell icon. Please support the channel, because YouTube is not helping this channel grow. It's giving me, guys, I have over 3,550 subscribers, and only few of you guys watch my content. It goes to show you that some people are watching my content for the wrong reasons. And there's content on my channel that people are watching that happen in San Francisco, like the fights that happen in Safeway, the fights that happen outside of Safeway. One of those videos is Turk Street. A lot of people hate that video. A lot of people are saying I'm being biased, I'm being hypocritical. But guys, again, these are people who are abusing the system. Taxpayers, you have to understand. You are a taxpayer. And guess what? You have people like that are abusing the system, and you have to pay for it. It's not fair that the right people are not getting the food or the nutrition or the services. So I digress with that. Especially here in New York City, it's so unfair, so biased. People want to judge you based on you're not really homeless. Look at you, just too well. Like, and you got camera equipment, right? But you do not have enough facilities to house over 200 homeless people, 200,000, mind you, 200,000 homeless individuals in the city. That includes women and children. Even though women and children do come first, but what about the single adults? They are struck out of luck 70% of the time. But the 30% of the time, well, let's put it like this. Let's do the real statistics. 70% of the time, they do not want to go into a shelter, because the shelters are even as dangerous as the streets, as I said before. Yeah, you heard about the guy that got shot in the homeless shelter? The man that got stabbed because he wouldn't give up his phone? Yeah, I don't want to be that kind. I don't want to be that guy. This is why we rather like sleep out in the street. We got a sleeping bag. We know where to sleep safely. We have a good community here, but can't deal with that. Cannot deal with that. But with that said, everyone, so it's late night. And we've been 30 minutes into this live stream. And as I said, guys, oh, that would be, that would get a lot of views. What would get a lot of views, Mad Gun? I said a lot of things, so can you be clear about that? But so the audience can actually verify what you're talking about. It'd be more clear if you look at this guy. He's hopping the subway. Everyone does it. Everyone hops the subway. But guess what? I have to pave my way because guess what? I can't get to that gate unless I paid. Video against male circumstances. Oh, well, technically I have video about that. San Francisco, Portland, New York. We just made a video about what happened to me 2 weeks ago. When I caught COVID, I tried to reach out to New York City's health department. They rejected and refused to house me into a isolation hotel. So what we had to do. Oh, it's general elimination. Oh, okay. I can never say that word. I get what you're saying, but we just been through that. We've been through that. I asked them for help. They refused to help me. So we had to sell a camera in order to put ourselves into an isolation hotel. So, and like I said, there's a lot of that going on in New York City. This is why New York City is just toxic sometimes. Just so toxic. It's not a good environment for raising your children. And in some places, if you do raise your children, let me tell you, you either have to be rich, you have to be smart, you have to put your kids through a really good school, and you have to spend money on that school. Public education, look what's going on right now, public education wise. You got teenagers robbing teenagers. You had a 13-year-old that overdosed on fentanyl today in New York City. Yes, that was in the news. 13-year-old overdosed on fentanyl. That's crazy. And not only that, it's the problematic of education. Education is not what it's supposed to. The education system, to me, fails, in my opinion. And if I was to score Wisconsin versus New York versus Vancouver, I would say you have a highly better chance of getting a better education in Wisconsin than New York City. That's just facts. Like, you have a better chance of survival and getting an education and getting your dreams that you always wanted. You can't be a. Let me explain this to some of you guys. Oh, train coming. You can't be a rapper without some knowledge. You can't be an actor without some knowledge. You cannot be a photographer without some knowledge. You can't be a banker without some knowledge. If you want your dreams to come to reality, you got to fight for it, and that's what I'm doing. I've been fighting for it, but then again, I kind of did live the dream already. I traveled the world. I traveled to places. I lived in certain places. I had a good time doing it. I met some amazing people from all walks of life, from Pakistan, from Saudi, from South Korea, from Japan, from Iran. Oh, my panda, I had the life. But now I'm 41, and I see that as a tool as to educate other people. I can let people know this guy wanted me to open the gate for him. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. Cameras are watching, and guess what? I don't know if the police are at those doors or not. I'm not getting a ticket. But anyway, I use my education to help other people gain confidence. Like, you don't have to, it's never too late for anyone. You could be 50 years old and you can still change your life within 5 to 10 years. But not in New York City. I noticed talking to some homeless individuals. They said they've been in the system for 5 years. They've been in the system for 7 years. Like, what? How's someone been in the system for that long? They still haven't found you housing? No, man. I worked. I kept up with my bills, and I relapsed. That's their word. They relapse because of the stress they have to go through. The stress of knowing that no, the social workers are not doing their jobs, or the fact that like they still in the homeless shelter system waiting for housing and they can't get housing. So sometimes they relapse. They start drinking again. They start doing drugs, or even the fact that like they started just giving up hope. And this is why people should never give up the hope part. And that's what the city wants you to do. They want you to dress like a certain particular category. Like for me, like I said in my last video about New York City not helping me when I had COVID. What, you expected me to have dirty pants and a ripped up shirt and dirty skin and cracked up hair and dried up hair and crusty lips?
Add clean if you don't mind. I'm gonna mop this whole area, okay?
Anyway, just gonna move one step. But anyway, they want you to dress like a fucking chronic. This is what the lady said. If you're not chronically homeless, then we cannot really help you. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. In my opinion, it's not right to say that. Chronic homeless is more than just homelessness. I got a young lady that I just started recently seeing it here at the train hall, and I don't think she's from New York City. And she seems a bit young. She seems about early 20s. Had some mental health issues like schizophrenic and stuff like that. You can tell if you guys been working in that field before like I did. But I don't judge her. I asked her, did she want some of my food? I shared my food today. She took the food. She goes, I seen you before. Are you houseless? I said, yeah, I'm houseless. I'm homeless. But you need to be careful. You're a woman. These men would take advantage of you. So try to stay close to police stations. Try to give us some advice. Because these men out here, they just love abusing women. I see it all the time. But with that said, everyone, as you can see, I'm like doing my job and trying to like see. This is why some people don't understand why I'm standing here. I'm standing here for a reason, because there's cameras right here and there's police booth about 300 yards from here. So if I stand here, it's for good reason. This is why some transportation employees don't quite understand that until you start pulling out your press pass. This is why I make press passes for photographers. I make press passes, and on the back of those press passes, it states your constitution rights. So, they think because they're an employee of MTA, they can tell you to move. And this has happened quite a bit recently. And I'm like, yo, dude, you have no authority to tell me the rule. If I stand here and wait for someone, I can stand here and wait for someone. Why are you telling me that I can't stand here? Like the other day, I was over there recording with the GoPro, and so the MTA hires these security personnel. They're not really security; they just lookouts. And what happened was the guy was like, "You can't stand there." I was like, "Yes, I can, man. This is a public subway in a public place. You can't tell me to move." So I pulled out my press pass. Like, "Tell me to move one more time, and I'm going to tell you my human rights by article." Okay, and I'm going to tell you my civil rights by the civil constitution law. I say constitutional law, by my civil rights according to what it says. You can't tell me I can't stand there. That's like saying like I'm not allowed to wait for my parents to come off a train. So I had to educate these guys. And no, they're not security or MTA. They're not truly MTA employees. They're hired by off-contract security firm that gives people jobs or opportunities, but they don't really do anything. People ask them for help, they just stand there and use their phones. I documented that every single day. So the lieutenant at the Amtrak station always asks me, I see you on camera every day. You always filming. What are you actually documenting? I'm saying, actually documenting behavior patterns. The behavior patterns of New York City. Are some people doing their job like they're supposed to? And I said, like, And I explained to him about the security guys. He goes, yeah, some of those guys, they're supposed to help senior citizens. They're supposed to help tourism travelers understand where they need to go. If they're not helping, then what's the purpose? I was like, yeah, what's the purpose? They always on their phones. They didn't want to tell you you can't stand in a certain area. That's not good. So, a lot of criticism in this city. Honestly, eh? Lots of criticism. But then again,
Train one stop before the door, you catch the two.
but we gotta watch our backs all the time, and this is why I always like to be near a camera. It's like, come on, guys, you gotta use your intelligence. If you're gonna be trying to survive and be safe, you gotta know where the good spots are and why you have to stand there. If people don't understand why you're standing here, then they need to educate themselves and worry about their surroundings. Because I'm worried about my surroundings. All I'm caring about is about other people where they need to go. Like, my Spanish is being, my Spanish is getting a little bit better because today I felt good helping this Spanish couple. Actually, they're from Honduras and they needed to get to New Jersey Transit, and I told them where to go. They had a good idea, so you know, I couldn't believe I was reading that in Spanish. Like, I could read that. That's amazing. But anyway, with that said, everyone, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to hear me out and watch this video and understand some of the circumstances in the city. But we gotta get going. We need to put this camera, my phone away, and make sure that no one tries to hijack shit. You know, eh? So with that said, everybody, yeah. And what time is it? It's not even 12 o'clock. Everyone does it. You just saw it right here. Everyone does it. Everyone hops the turnstile. Like, and you know what? The cops are not gonna fucking arrest anyone because guess what? They might give you a ticket now and then, but they're not gonna put you in jail for it. You know what? They got bigger fish to fry. And that bigger fish to fry is the criminals that are trying to cause the citizens and the civilians more problems in this city. And right now, as I said earlier in this video, this is a hub for a lot of crime activity. A lot of crime activity. So, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to talk with the lieutenant of the Amtrak police because he's given me permission to actually film in certain locations, which I'm grateful for that. But then again, there are certain locations I do have to sign up for the permit. Oh, my panda. The permit's not that expensive. It's like $25 for a permit just to shoot, if you're using a tripod, but which I'm not. I'm using the gimbal. I'm not going to use the tripod. I learned my lesson dealing with the Model Hall train station hall, but yeah, these guys are looking for someone to open the gate. I'm not opening the gate. I'm sorry. I can't. I know. And I'm not a civilian. I'm not a citizen. I'm not getting a ticket. Even though I haven't seen the police come out that door, but I still can't do it. Because if you won't do it for me, why should I do it for you? I'm not saying that I don't want to be a nice person. I just don't want to be that guy when the police... So this is what happened a couple of weeks ago. One guy hopped the train. The police were on the platform waiting for him upstairs. That's why. That's why I don't want to do it. Because the police could be looking at the cameras and call it in and say, hey, he's coming on your platform. All right, we got him. Boom, you get a ticket. You got to pay for that ticket. So, you know, it's just... And trust me, that guy, I felt bad for the guy. I was like, damn, man, you got caught, dude. That sucks. That really, really sucks. But I'm also using the Wi-Fi. This is the great part about the subway system here. There's free Wi-Fi. San Francisco, you guys know, I love San Francisco, Market Street. Their Wi-Fi is okay, but it's not great. It's not great at all. The subway system is the Wi-Fi is everywhere in 95% of the stations. So yeah, and as you saw, like everyone just hopped the train. Everyone just hopped the turnstile. You see that? Everyone hopped the turnstile. Doesn't matter you're black, you're Asian, you're Latino, you're French, you're German. Everyone does it. You got money, you still hop the train station. Oh my panda, I have seen such disrespect to his MTA, but then again, the subway system is not safe either. So, but with that said, everyone, you have seen this first beforehand. You have seen it live, how people hop the train station, and I might get some people in trouble actually. Like, oh, we know that face. Yep. Thank you, Panda, for providing this video. Thank you. But then again, come on. Why would the NYPD waste their time going through my video when they got bigger fish to fry, right? You got the thugs, you got the drug addicts, you got the drug criminals out there selling whatever K2, whatever that crap is. Come on. Literally, you got people murdering people over $100. Oh my panda. How ridiculous is that? But with that said, everyone, you guys have a safe late night. I'm going to try to have a safe late night as well. But if you guys want to contribute, like I said, there's a PayPal, Cash App. Make sure that you subscribe, you like, you share it. Yes, I'm hell holding my phone, but I wish I had it on the gimbal. It'd be much smoother. But then again, don't want to cause so much attention to myself. So with that said, everyone, we're going to get on the train. We're going to go downtown where it's safer and better. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Let's push this thing. And I need a new wagon. Oh, my panda. I need a new one. Look what I have to do. I got to pull this to the left in order to go right. It's ridiculous. I swear. Look at what I did. This is why I am the MacGyver of 2022. I MacGyver fixed this wagon. This wagon fell apart. I fixed it. And look at it. So I do need a new wagon. I definitely need a new wagon. But, yeah. But then again, this is a lot of heavy camera stuff too. So, that's the problem. But with that said, everyone, I'm going to end this video on a safe note. If you're a New Yorker, pay attention to your surroundings. Always look up. Stop looking at your phones. I see that happens a lot. You people look down and don't look where you're going, and then you want to get mad when you bump into someone or you crash into someone. You got to get mad at yourselves. So, my ex-colleague Glenn, he works at Portlight Inc. He's telling me a whole bunch of stuff what's going on over there, and it's not good. They've been firing people, all because of me. I'm like, good. That's a good sign that they should be firing some of these individuals at Portlight because they're violating their human and constitutional rights over there. So, with that said, everyone, please do subscribe, like, and share. We have seen what happens here at the Pennsylvania station. Not everyone pays their fair share of the fare, but you see it firsthand. Hopefully this is actually a learning experience for you guys as you make observation on what takes place here. So, see ya.